Police and Texas Rangers are searching for a missing 24-year-old woman, with friends and family growing concerned over mysterious text messages they received. Take a look at Jennifer Mendez Olascoaga. Investigators say she vanished last Wednesday evening after dropping off one of her friends at a trailer park. Well, family members later found her car abandoned on the side of the road. They made that discovery the next morning, with the family telling police that Jennifer's friends had been receiving strange text messages. Listen to this. Things like, quote, "Are you missing someone? You'll never find her, and you know you'll never see her again." Police say the content of those texts does point to foul play. Let's bring in NewsNation national security contributor Tracy Walder. Tracy, thank you so much for your time on this. There are still so many unanswered questions here, but what is first likely going on behind the scenes in this investigation?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Nichole. I think first things first, they are absolutely examining her digital history. I think because of these text messages clearly pointing to foul play, although, we don't know for certain, they are really looking at her digital trail. What was her social media like in the hours just after she was last seen, which was about 8 p.m.? What was her call log like? What were her text messages like? I also think that they're probably tracing the origins of those text messages. My gut tells me it's probably from a burner phone, which is obviously going to be difficult to track. But if it's not, they'll be able to figure out who sent them very, very quickly.
Yeah, exactly, because something that certainly stood out to me here, and I don't know if it did to you, but how unusual is it, for loved ones, family, friends of a missing person to receive not only these type of taunting messages, but also they report getting these messages not only after she went missing, but also before she went missing and during this time that she's, allegedly it happened. What stands out about that to you?
So it's very unusual, and obviously, I don't think this is the connection here, but it's actually reminiscent of what we saw with the Zodiac killer and other serial killers that sent messages to family members or the press, sort of taunting them about the people that they had either killed or kidnapped. It's rare; it's not typically something we see, or if we do see them, then we see them with basically ransom activity, wanting something back in return. This is just taunting to taunt, which is definitely unusual.
All right, so Tracy, earlier there was this kidnapped girl in New York. Luckily, she was found. But are missing adult cases handled differently than missing kids? I mean, what is the protocol for someone who is an adult?
So, yes, to answer your question in short, yes, missing children cases are handled differently in that police get on them right away. Typically, in the case of a missing adult, it is within 24 to 48 hours that you can then declare them missing. I think in this case, because they had those text messages and because the vehicle was found, they were able to declare her missing a lot sooner. So I think in this case, they had that on their side and really a shorter runway in terms of investigation and having the tools that they needed to declare her missing much earlier. And that brings a whole host of other resources, like you had mentioned before, the Texas Rangers.
And it sounds like a lot of people right now, really love this woman. They're worried about her. What would be your advice to Jennifer's family and friends right now?
I know that this is going to sound strange, but I think answering some of those text messages and trying to see if you can keep an open line of communication with them, because even though it's a burner phone, one of the things that they can do is perhaps geolocate where those calls are coming from and where those text messages, are coming from. And I think that would also be helpful. Also, reaching out to the media, getting her face in front of as many people as possible. Also, where she was taken from in Mesquite, I-20 is there. That is a very major thoroughfare. It's not very far from where I am now. And it's not that far to Louisiana and other states. So I think it's also important to get the word out to other police departments, perhaps in Shreveport and in cities of states close by.
All right. Well, former FBI agent, former CIA agent, and current NewsNation national security contributor Tracy Walder, certainly appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.